Hello, everyone. My name is Gabriel Grosu. I'm Business Development Manager for Strategic Partnership at Resco. Thank you for your time allowed for attending this webinar. Today, together with Avanade and RealWear, we will explore the extended reality for the field technicians by using Resco Inspections on RealWear headset. Our speakers are Alexander Meijers, Global Extended Reality Lead at Avanade, Kate Kondratenko and Michael Tran, Customer Development Experts at RealWear, and Peter Matejik, Product Manager at Resco. Before we start the presentation, some housekeeping notes. You are all in listen-only mode, but you can share comments or questions in chat window. We will answer them at the end of the presentation. Alexander is starting now.
Hi everyone and welcome. I will be talking about extended reality in the workforce. So first of all, I want to explain what extended reality means. So there are a lot of different realities, and let's go by one. So first of all, we have virtual reality, and virtual reality means I'm fully immersed in a digital world, and that means that I don't see the actual world around me. Augmented reality means that we have digital content which is an overlay on the physical world. It's always from a user perspective, and it moves together with that user. When we talk about mixed reality, it's actually the same as augmented reality with the fact that it can connect the digital content to objects within the physical world, because mixed reality devices are able to understand the world around them. And a very good example is Microsoft HoloLens, of course. Now, and as last, we have assisted reality. And assisted reality means that the digital content is projected within the field of view of the person wearing the device. And a very good example of that one is the RealWear HMT1, which allows you to have a heads-up display and communicate with what you're seeing with both hands-free. Now, extended reality is the overall name for all these realities. But it is much more, because when we talk about enterprise extended reality, we go further. It's, first of all, of course, the devices. We just explained about the augmented glasses like Microsoft HoloLens, but all think about Unreal or Magic Leap. Virtual reality headsets like Oculus Quest 2, and mobile and wearable devices like the HMT1 and your mobile phone. But smart devices, you can think about smart cameras, which have AI built in and able to recognize certain assets of information. The other thing which is important are the product capabilities we can actually do. And from a field worker perspective, that is remote assistance, where I can get help from someone which is not in the same location. Think about step-by-step instructions explaining what I need to do for the work, and in some cases even augmenting that on the actual physical object. Think about inspections and audits, or the ability to do questionnaires and forms which will support inspections and audits. Another one which is important is leveraging services which mostly run in the cloud and allow you to extend your application. And one of those things is like spatial anchors. And spatial anchors and objects allows you to create a virtual anchor somewhere in the world and connect digital information to that. Think about walking in a building and walking towards a machine, and when I get to that machine, I actually get the information about that machine, what its status is, in what how it is performing when the next maintenance needs to take place. Think about remote rendering. Ability to render large-scale models which you normally can't run on small devices. And because we're going in that direction, content becomes more and more important, specifically 3D content. So you need to think about content storages, which are mostly running in the cloud. Now, the last one is the ability to extend. And what I mean by that is, by using devices, products, and services, going a step further. Ability to do cross-platform. Meaning I can run the same application or versions of it on different devices, but maybe even on different platforms or cloud systems. The use of third-party products, which can be API SDKs, but can also be a complete finished product. In some cases, it can be interesting if you do not want to use something which is in the cloud and only wants to use something which is on in an offline scenario. And of course, accelerators, which enables us to more quickly build solutions for less money. Now, all of this wouldn't work if we would not integrate it with platforms. And what I mean by that is enterprise extended reality would not exist with all these things. Think about where I need to store my data, my sensor data, and how that gets into the system. The ability to create virtual representations by using digital twins, the connectivity to bookings, work orders, and the whole CRM process by using field services or dynamics in this case to connect it to the backend systems. Think about intelligence, the ability to create dynamically an agenda or a schedule, or to predict when the next inspection needs to take place or a certain part needs to be replaced. And of course, not last but not least, metaverse, something which is upcoming since last year and means that in some cases we start working within the metaverse and we're going to meet and collaborate there. And in some way you need to get all that information in there. Now, how can field services benefit from extended reality? Now, we actually checked with all of our clients, and there were 3 things which came out, which were for industry workers, some of the most immediate challenges they had. And one is preventing accidents and improving safety. Safety is one of the most important parts within an organization. And how could you improve that by using extended reality? Now, a very good example could be that you have an app which allows you to move people away from a certain area which is a danger area because a machine turned on or they're working, and then using augmented wayfinding to find a safe spot. Think about enabling remote work and increasing productivity, the way of enabling people to work remotely, or having an expert on call, or getting those step-by-step instructions. And last, improving processes, controls, and insights. Getting that information, getting insights on what's going on by using sensory data in combination with digital twins, connecting that to field services, and bring all that information together in devices again. Now, if you look at the extended reality workforce journey, there are a few steps which every industry will eventually has to work with. Now, first of all, if the first thing I need to do is monitoring my systems, my machines, my services, my products. And what I want to do, of course, from that part is using a form of insights and control to get insights. And based on that, you want to create planning and scheduling. And for that, you can actually use predictive maintenance based on the monitoring data and also a bit, of course, on the insights information, and make your scheduling. Think about what I already said, the predictive maintenance schedule. And these can already be accomplished by a lot of products, planning and scheduling, for example, Resco Inspections. Now, the next thing which becomes really important when we talk about the actual workforce is the ability to do a remote inspection and audit, meaning that the person on the spot who is actually not an auditor is able to perform that, and the work is being stored in the cloud when using a certain device, software like Resco Inspections, and then the data is stored, and then the actual auditor or inspector can check if everything is okay. But that's on distance. Think about the field worker on site who needs to do maintenance work, or needs some way to have guidance from a task which he or she does only once a year, and normally needs a book next to it to actually perform the work. Or get that expert support, calling another expert from another part of the organization. And then eventually you want to have people starting to collaborate. And that can be, for example, in the metaverse. And in this case, the metaverse can be a physical or a virtual world or a blend of those both. And a means to bring people together from different locations and enable them in their work, but also in their communication. Now, this is what we call the XR workforce journey. Now, for assisted reality, like using RealWear and Resco Inspections, you can see that this can actually work for almost any part of these things. For the remote inspections, audits, the in-field maintenance, guidance, and expert support. So, What are the benefits of using assisted reality when we would use RealWear and Resco Inspections? Now, RealWear as a device is a device which is really easy to use and has an easy to use interface. It is very lightweight and durable, so you don't have to be too careful when you by accidentally drop it. The advantage of the device, because they're lightweight, they have a long battery time, means they can be used a long time, and it doesn't overlay the whole face and is easy to move away from the face if it's not needed. And especially, and this is a very important one, is that the device supports ATAX, which is in most cases, most other devices in the field do not yet support. Now, Resco Inspections can work with mobile devices, but also with the RealWear HMT1. And Resco Inspections is a product which allows you to create dynamic workflows, step-by-step instructions, you can call that, which can support your inspection service and questionnaires. It allows you to do recordings of data and voices. You can take images. You can zoom in, take an image of a specific shot. And what it actually does is at the end, it synchronizes all that information with backend systems and allow you to integrate that, for example, with field services, and then integrate with other systems within your organization. Now, last but not least, I want to highlight one of our clients, and that is Draeger Field Technicians, which are now using a time-saving app to service life-saving equipment. And in this case, Draeger, as an international organization, is a manufacturer and services of medical and safety technology. And what they do is they produce products which help to protect and support and save peoples in hospitals, fire departments, anywhere else, even in the industry. And what we have done is we solved their customer care issues by upgrading their customer relationship management system to Microsoft Dynamics 365. And this cloud-enabled business application provides built-in intelligence to monitor and track equipment data, such as in use and average pressure. Now, and together with Resco, we replaced our Outlook offline situation with Resco Field Services 2.0 software. Now, in this case, with this client, they were suddenly faster and easier to schedule and doing their task management because they were able to synchronize the data in seconds rather doing that in minutes because of the integration. There was a better data and availability and visibility, and they had the capability to say exactly what parts and equipment are needed for each job. So they were actually be prepared upon arrival at the customer site instead of first doing an investigation and then find out they need some other materials. They were better in improving their communication, and that was with customers as with their own operational management teams. And of course, it increased stability and speed and efficiency. And that actually makes the lives of employees easier and improves their overall workforce certification. Now, this is just one of the examples where the extended reality space, including Resco .NET software, has been used to resolve and to make it better. And I want to hand it over now to Kate.
Our company was founded in 2016. We started to ship in 2017, and since then we shipped more than 60,000 devices. For a relatively young company, we have quite an impressive customer base, more than 4,000 industrial customers around the globe. We also have quite a wide network of partners, including independent software vendors. More than 200 applications have been optimized for RealWear devices already. Here you can see our newest device, which is RealWear Navigator 500. It's an Android-based tablet. It's running on Android 11. You have 48 megapixel camera capable of 1080p, which is full HD. It's also capable of low light performance and has electronic video stabilization by default. The screen of the device is quite small, but it actually appears as a 7-inch tablet arm length distance. You can put the screen of your device on the right side or on the left side, depending on your eye dominance. You also have a fingerprint scanner on the side of your device. The battery life is 6 to 8 hours, which is full shift, but the battery is also hot swappable. This device is ruggedized and IP66 certified, which means that it's dustproof, waterproof, drop-proof. You can drop it on the ground from 2 meters on concrete floor, nothing will happen to your device. We have an incredible feature, which is noise cancellation feature. Your device will understand your voice commands within 100 dBA typical industrial noise. Also, it doesn't matter the accent, the device will always understand your voice commands. This device has Bluetooth, GPS, barcode reader. All these features come straight out of the box, no need for additional software. You can connect your device to Wi-Fi. You can also use the hotspot of your phone. If it's not an option, then you can use an additional accessory, which is an LTE 4G dongle that you can plug into your device, use the SIM card of your existing provider, and you'll have connectivity at any point. This device is compatible with any kind of PPE. It can be a hard hat, a bum cap, a ball cap. You can wear any kind of accessories with your device, your standard glasses, sunglasses, eye protective wear, face mask, whatever is required in your environment. You can use it with our device. Here you can see that we also have an intrinsically safe device, HMT1Z1. So if you're working with explosive materials, so if you're entering ATIC Zone 1, you would go for 1Z1. We also have a free cloud-based tool called Foresight. You can use Foresight to control your devices remotely. You can apply different policies to your devices, different rules. Alternatively, you can also use your MDM or your EMM system to control these devices. Certain features come from RealWear. For certain features, you need an additional software. So once you get your device, you can take pictures, you can record videos, you can load files onto your devices, and then you can open these files in the field when you need them for guidance or reference. For all of this, you don't need any additional software, and in most of the cases, you don't need connectivity. You can do everything offline. But what you can also do, you can join pre-scheduled calls, you can make calls, you can control your machinery hands-free from your device, or you can follow digital instructions of your device. All of this is possible with RealWear device plus additional software. In the next slide, you can see a sneak peek onto our global customer base, where I'm sure you can recognize these logos. On our YouTube channel, you can see how these companies are deploying our devices already. You can filter by industry and by a specific use case and find the video that suits your project the most. At this point, we'll switch to a much more interesting part, which is a live demonstration of my RealWear Navigator 500. So here I'm just casting from the device to my RealWear Explorer, the free tool that you can get from the website. When you use this device in the field, you don't have to connect it to your laptop, but I'm doing it for you to see what I see on the screen of my device. So now I will start giving voice commands to my device, and we will start with the features that come straight out of the box. My files, my documents. I'm moving my head to find the file that I need. As you can see, I don't have to make any unnatural movements with my head because the device is so intuitive. To open the file, I need to say the name of the file. Regulator. If I'm working on a specific part of this machinery, then I can easily zoom in. Zoom level 4. Move my head around. Find the part that I'm working on, and then I say freeze window. So now I can focus on this part. For example, I'm doing maintenance, look into the screen for guidance. Once I'm done with this part, I just say control window, freeze window, and now I can focus on this part of the machinery. Navigate back, my media. I can also watch a video on my device, which is quite useful for training purposes. Same logic here, I'm just looking for the file that I need, and if the naming convention is a little bit too long or I'm struggling with it, I can always open a file by saying the number tag that is assigned to each and every file here. So I simply say, select item 2, and now I can watch this video on my device.
Our hands, since the dawn of time, they've been our tools. In turn, those tools have shaped us.
Navigate back.
It is in
Navigate back. So you can save all these files on the internal memory of your device, or you can connect your device to the cloud and then you open files from the cloud. My drives. So it's up to you how you want to work with data. Navigate home. My files is the feature that comes from RealWear. You don't need connectivity. You don't need any additional software. Another feature that comes from RealWear is your camera. my camera. So now I can adjust the camera without moving my head. So for example, I want to focus on my keyboard. Zoom level 4, zoom level 2, exposure level -1, exposure level 0, take photo, preview, preview, zoom level 4, zoom level 4, freeze window, delete, confirm, navigate home. So these two features come from RealWear, but now if we go into my programs, you will see additional software that I have on my device. My programs. So because this device is an Android tablet, you're not limited to one application. You can have as many as you want. Navigate home. As you probably already noticed, all the commands are very short, easy to remember, straightforward, but actually you don't have to memorize them. There is only one command that you need to know, which is show help. You can say show help at any points of time, and the device will show you what's available, so you can choose the right option. My controls. For example, here I can say flashlight. So if I'm entering darker room, I might want to switch on my flashlight. Flashlight, navigate home. So this is my RealWear Navigator 500. It's an Android-based tablet. It's ruggedized, IP66 certified. It's an assisted reality device, which means that the screen of my device is a little bit on the side, below my eye line. So this way I can focus on my job, I can talk to my colleagues, I can look around. Whenever necessary, I just look into the screen for guidance or assistance. And whenever I'm not actively using the screen of my device, I can move it out of my face like this, while the camera is still working, so I can be on a call with my supervisor at any point of time. So thank you so much for joining this presentation today. I really enjoyed it. I pass the word to Peter. He will continue with our presentation. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day. Goodbye.
Thank you, Kate. RealWear is a really great piece of hardware. We at Resco also recognize this and see a big potential in this new technology. For example, we have found industries that are not digitalized yet, not because there isn't a will to do that, but because it is difficult and sometimes even dangerous to use tablet or a phone or paper. For example, jobs at height, or where second person is required to take notes due to the nature of work, like here we can see lab workers. To address exactly this type of customers, we took the best from RealWear and Resco World, and now we offer dedicated Resco inspection app for RealWear that can communicate with your Dynamics or Resco Cloud backend, and we also offer configuration tools so that companies can easily create solutions tailored to their needs. When we have tried RealWear for first time, we have quickly realized that standard app for mobile device will simply not do its job properly. For this reason, we have decided to develop a special app with high contrast colors that can take a full advantage of what RealWear can offer. As you can see, we did focus on user experience that is very simple but yet very effective and easy to use and read. App is of course not the only thing that we offer. As I have already mentioned, we provide a full package so that you can build your solution for RealWear. In our questionnaire designer, you can easily build questionnaires, guides, or work instructions. This tool is very intuitive and allows you to create templates from your existing PDF forms or Excel sheets. You can also build your questionnaires using drag and drop function, and you can choose from multiple question types that are available there. You can also build a questionnaire which will have some custom business logic if you need more sophisticated solution in your company. We have also learned that there are many scenarios where manager requires to check, approve or finish questionnaires after they are submitted by workers. So we also have solution for this kind of use case. it's very simple. Once worker submit its questionnaire and sync RealWear device with your backend, all data are transferred directly there, and manager can simply open it, approve it, or add some comments that they need, after which they can finish the questionnaire. Once it's finished, you can also generate a PDF report which you can send to customers or use as you need within the company. Good thing about it is that we also provide you with a tool which can be used to build a template for this report, and you can basically duplicate templates or reports that you already use in your company, and that will look basically the same. But okay, now we have collected data using RealWear. Legitimate question would be if and how can we use this data. Of course, you have answer for that. Based on the choice of your backend, you can either access your data in Dynamics and use, for example, Power BI, or you can use Resco dashboards to get some meaningful way how to access and visualize your data. Now I will play you a short demo where you will see how easy it is to change something in questionnaire or build it, how you can operate RealWear device with our application, and you will also see how you can access data in Dynamics.
Resco Inspections is a solution that allows you to shape every step of your inspection process. Create custom dynamic digital workflows like inspections, surveys, questionnaires, or custom processes for execution on any mobile device, now including the HMT1. Let's start by accessing Resco Inspections straight from Dynamics 365 and adjust our wind turbine inspection. Questionnaire Designer is one of the main components of Resco Inspections that allows users to build questionnaires in a data-driven user interface. Business or IT users can easily and efficiently design questionnaires that match your internal business processes. There are a wide variety of available question types to choose from in a drag-and-drop experience. Conceptually, this list of questions serves both as a guidance for workers and a control tool for checking the inspections process. You can also set up custom business logic for your questionnaires, utilizing smart elements or questionnaire rules. And once your questionnaire is ready, you can instantly deliver it to your field team via the Resco Inspections app. Let's make an adjustment to our existing wind turbine inspection. Here, we will create a conditional question. So if the user indicates the electrical leads are in good condition, they will be prompted to the next part of the inspection. But if the electrical leads are faulty, the user is guided to take a picture of the electrical leads and visually describe their status so the back office can analyze the situation in more detail. We simply save the questionnaire, and the Resco Inspections app will be updated with the latest version after synchronizing. Okay, so I've got the HMT1 headset on, and what you're seeing is the RealWear Explorer visualization tool. I'm just going to walk through the wind turbine inspection here and just follow along with me. My programs, inspections, a wind turbine inspection, next, helmet, eyewear, safety gloves, safety shoes, next, edit, circuit design, next, Scan barcode. Next. Edit. 5/6. Navigate back. Next. Next. Edit. September 1. Today. Okay. Next. Rusted, some flakes. Next. Yes. Next. Edit. 3. Navigate back. Next. Yes. Next. Yes. Next. Good. Next. Back. Faulty. Next. Capture picture. Zoom level 3. Take photo. Next. Edit. We can see that the electrical leads are corroded in 3 places. Accept. Next. Yes. Next. Edit. Despite being operational, I still think we should send a team to look at the electrical leads and possibly replace them. Accept. Next. Yes. Complete. Yes. And that's it, I've completed my inspection. Now that we have completed our wind turbine inspection, let's see how the results are synchronized to the back end and made accessible. The Result Viewer app contains all completed questionnaires along with some filtering options. The questionnaire can also be linked to the account directly in Dynamics 365. There is some general information about the questionnaire itself. Then by clicking on Questions, we can see a complete list of all the questions and answers executed on the HMT1 and recorded in Dynamics. We can even edit an in-progress questionnaire directly from Dynamics 365 using the questionnaire player component. There are several different ways to store and access the questionnaire data directly in Dynamics 365 so that it can be analyzed and used further in tools like Power BI.
Okay, so now to recap it, you have learned that Resco has a dedicated app for RealWear, that we have customization tool which can be used to build your own solution for RealWear, within which you can build questionnaires, you can build work instructions or guides, and you can access all those data in Dynamics 365 or Resco Cloud, depend on your preference. So what benefits will all this bring to your company? Because workers can use both of their hands while they work, it will improve safety and productivity. capturing of data directly where the work is done and not only after they finish will also improve quality of data. And at the same time, it will reduce operational errors. It will also reduce costs because workers will manage to do more in less time. The last but not the least thing is that it will simplify user job and data entry. Okay, that would be everything from me. Thank you very much.
Let's thank again our speakers for interesting presentations and useful information we have been provided with. Now we are moving to Q&A session. Please take 1 minute to share your comments and questions in the chat. Thank you. Some more seconds for sharing questions and comments, please. The first question will be to Alexander. How do you see the evolution of extended reality in manufacturing in next 3 years?
Thanks for that question. Yeah, there's a lot going on in the industry at the moment, specifically around XR, and Metaverse is booming as it is. And I think if we look at the next 3 years, what's going to change a lot is that a lot of organizations are going to focus on the industrial metaverse. And that means creating value by working together in, for example, a digital representation of their factory or their workplace. So the underlying technologies which will be, what's going to be used are things like digital twins, IoT, as services. Now, there are many directions you can go with when it comes to the type of devices I'm expecting, but for me, I think the direction will be or head-up displays or augmented reality devices specifically, since one provide more information from a perspective of the user, while the other can and allows you to have a more immersive presence of digital information on top of the physical world.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Alexander. Another question will be to Peter. How long does it take to implement Resco solution into existing Dynamics 365? Where can we learn more about how to work with Resco tools?
Thank you very much for the question. So how long does it take? It really depends on your use case. We have some partners, clients who implement our solution, and we have cases where it took from really few hours. We have specific use case where it took like 8 hours to implement whole solution that we offer with questionnaires into Dynamics, up to like more days, weeks. It really depends on your use case and what you want to achieve with it, because this solution is very complex and it can serve many scenarios. The other question was, where can we learn more about how to work with Resco tools? It's a very good question, and we have, of course, full documentation available on our webpage. There is also Resco Academy, where you can learn how to work with Resco Inspections, and there is good documentation in Resco Wikipedia. So just visit our webpage and you can find everything over there. It's on resco.net.
Thank you, Peter. And we have one more question to Michael. Someone is asking that he heard that you have a thermal camera now on the headset. Can you give more details about it? What is this for?
Yes, thank you very much for this question. So our latest accessory is up to date now, actually since last week launch. It's a thermal camera indeed. So it is in partnership with FLIR Teledyne. So FLIR is the leader in thermal camera solutions globally. It means that at the moment we have the first world hands-free thermal camera, so to be commanded with your voice commands. The user will just need to replace the actual camera on our device, which is the Navigator 500, with the new one. And what we say is that to see the invisible. So the invisible, we're talking about temperature. So there are a lot of various use cases. For example, for maintenance, predictive maintenance, or repair, to check, for example, overheating parts, as well in automotive, but also many other industry. And that's just a glimpse of example that I just give you, because there are a lot more use case to be to be discovered still. And yeah, you can also check on our website, RealWear.com, and you can see much more details or data sheet on that accessory, which is really going to be really innovative for this use case.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Indeed, interesting. Well, that's great. Okay, looking here, so no further questions. And if there are no further questions, then we are right in time. I would like to thank again our speakers. And if you would like to discuss how these technologies can help your organization, don't hesitate to let us know. The contacts are on the screen. So we will let for 1 minute just to capture these contacts. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a nice day and see you next time. Bye-bye.